Hi Scorpio, I just got a channeled message for you, which was weird. It was something around 2025 is no longer the year for hiding. Something about hiding, about coming out from behind a rock, from maybe you're like, yep, 2024, that was me. How was 2024 for you? Leave me a comment, one word about how it was for you. Because I'm getting you coming out from behind a rock, like with all your hair on end, as if you've had it stuck in a plug from an electric shock, as if you've been dragged through some kind of hedge. And I don't know why, but I'm going to find out. Okay, January 2025, tarot reading for Scorpio. I'm going to look at channeled messages about general at the top here on the table, career, life purpose. Then I'm going to do your love reading underneath here, which will be looking at whatever comes up for your love reading. There will be an extended love reading as there is every month. And if you want that and it really resonates, that will be the first link in the description box. Are we ready? Ooh, I wasn't expecting that. Well, that'll do nicely. Okay. Overall energy, we've got the 10 of Cups. You put the phone down first. There's gold at the end of the rainbow, glitter, unicorns, all of that bit. Okay? Fine. Now, if we look at this in terms of the channeled message of crawling out from beneath or underneath or behind a rock, this is like the other end of that extreme. Okay? It's good to be ambitious. Why not? There's something here about, and I'm also now getting channeled, you know when people have, and I used to have them in my windows, they have like a window with a crystal thing, and let me know if you've got this, or like it's like a plain glass prism, and as it goes into the sunlight, it kind of sends little rainbow beams around. I'm getting that for you. So there's something here about transformation, which is so Scorpionic anyway. There's something here about change, but it's quite radical change. Okay? Now that has come up for a few of the other signs, so I'm not terribly surprised, but it's a big deal. And then we've got the Ace of Wands. Woof. Chicka chicka. Don't mind if we do. Kundalini energy. It's almost like I'm getting the Statue of Liberty, you know, with a proclamation. I'm getting someone holding aloft a wand that is, and in this case, of course, this is quite an icy because we're in January, but it's like a flame. It's like an Olympic torch almost. It may be that you have to really, really hold your own fire. Do you remember in 2024, in the readings that I did for you, Scorpio, there was an awful lot there about fire and about you and the element of fire, even though you're a water sign, that you are feeling this kind of flame, okay? You are feeling the need. I think in 2024 you were trying to control the fire, and that could have been emotional, it could have been like temperament or what was happening to you, or frustration, or even anger because fiery temper, you know, things like that. And what I'm getting is that you were unable to really channel that fire in the way that you wanted. And I think what's happening here, the gift to you from the universe, nice, is a way to channel the fire. Let's take a couple more cards for that, okay? Nice. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, I'm going to take one more. Ooh, these two are fighting, so I'm going to take... It's one of those, you know, I'll knock your heads together, I'm going to take you both. Ooh. Okay. Wasn't expecting him. Right. Gosh. Okay. Woof. Got the Two of Pentacles, which is Jupiter in Capricorn. So when it comes to your life, your daily life, your weekly life, your monthly life, your work, your life purpose, you are very much testing out new things in the 3D. Scorpio is very interesting as a sign, and let me know the answer to this in the comments. Do you think you're more 3D or 5D? I think Scorpio is very 5D. You have a very keen sense of intuition. We all know that you're like the emotional forensic scientist. You can read the room, you can read people, but usually you're quite practical, quite neat, quite tidy. Again, hit me up in the comments if I'm wrong. It feels as if your 5D skills, which are all up here, imagination, wonder, all of those things, juju, spirit, whatever you want to call it, and you're bringing them down to earth so that you can model it, so that you can play with it, so that you can deliver it. And I like this. So this could be you transmuting from something quite maybe not so satisfying that you're doing into something that is much more creative, at least intellectually creative. So it could be starting a business, it could be a side hustle. And being a Scorpio, it's going to be planned. It's not going to be just something you thought of last night. This is something you've held dear for a while, okay? Don't be afraid to experiment in the 3D with your 5D stuff. Bring it down, play around with it, see how it flies. This is the one that clung onto my jumper. It's Page of Swords. Now I like this because it's the beginning of communicating an idea. So it can be that somebody else is wanting to talk to you about something to do with life purpose. It can be the teachings of somebody that you're reading. It can be communication between you and somebody. And as a page, it's like the most junior of communication. So it can be a text message. It can be the beginning of a conversation. But what is very interesting to me, I know there's one card down there, I'll leave that out a minute, is the King of Swords. Now we have the page, the knight, the queen and the king, okay? So this Page of Swords has actually evolved into the King of Swords, which is like the ultimate in growth, in communication. Communication is the buzzword for you when it comes to career, when it comes to life purpose. You have a message to deliver to people, however that is delivered. It can be on any subject. You will all be different on whatever that subject is. But you have a unique insight, whatever that is. It could be that you're starting a YouTube channel, or that you're doing a vlog or a blog or a, you know, whatever, a log. It's you getting across your unique perspective. Nobody else has that perspective. So what is it, Scorpio, that you have that you are so driven to share with others? Okay, and you can monetize that, and people will be only too willing to pay for your expertise. Do not, most Scorpios don't actually, but don't price yourself down, okay? It's valuable stuff. The card that's in between them is the Emperor. Nice. Divine masculine energy, but also the energy of being the CEO, being the one in control of the fire. The Emperor represents Aries, fire sign, Mars, okay? You are also ruled by Mars, if I'm not mistaken. Loving it. So this is time, and I'm getting now channeled fire breathing. You know, that looked a bit grim, didn't it? You know, like they do. People do fire breathing in the street. I cannot imagine how they do it. It's not my bag at all, and it's probably not yours. But think of that in terms of a channeled message. You're the one. You're going to stop. Stop doing that. You're the one in control of the flame. This is really important. Now let's see if it segues into your love life. I'm going to use the Scarlet Rose Tarot. Yes, I am. Because that is my love deck. I said deck. Okay, Scorpio. I'm in a naughty mood today. I don't know what it is. Let's have a look at the cards as well. Okay, what do we need to know for Scorpio? Love life, controlling the flame. The Flame is one of my favourite songs from the 80s, actually. If you haven't listened to it, go and listen to it. In fact, there may be something in the lyrics of The Flame. It's by Cheap Trick, I know. I said what I said. Okay. Oh my God. Straight out with it. Oh, wrong camera. The suspense. The Ace of Cups. That is nice. Straight out. Ace of Cups. Clean new slice of the pie. Okay. Very, very nice. Self-love always contributes to the Ace of Cups. We have to remember that. We're always wanting to know, you know, what does this mean and who's coming in and all the rest of it. But the Ace of Cups is a fountain. And that fountain, the love kind of comes up the fountain, it goes out and it spreads to other people and it comes back to you. It's energy. But at the same time, that Ace of Cups is, it's like self-fulfilling in a way. You can't really get to that until you feel like you are the prize, like you feel like you are worth it. And Scorpio, let's just clear it up right now. You are the prize. Some of you may, in your darker moments, in your long dark night of the souls, have come to wonder, you know, am I the prize? Some of you, if it's been conflict in your love life, you can get this switch where you almost feel like they are the prize and that you are doing everything you can to win it. So there's a card just here that I want. Judgment. Ooh. Always makes it a bit karmic, and I want that one too. When you get, oh my God, that's gorgeous. Always makes it a bit karmic when you get Judgment. I call it my Back to the Future card because it's a card that is very interested in righting the wrongs of the past or just rewriting the past in some way. So it begs the question, where is it referring to? What is it referring to? It depends. It depends whether you get the Six of Cups with it. Okay, we don't have it at the moment. It may come up in this reading. It might come up in the extended. We don't know. The Six of Cups with Judgment, I'm always on the lookout. Okay, it's weird. I'm not feeling the Six of Cups. I'm going to say that now and it's going to come out straight away. But I'm not feeling the Six of Cups partnership energy with Judgment. I'm feeling that it's more complex than that. Scorpios rule death and transformation and birth, really. There's something here about a rebirth, but then we have the Sun, which is such a here and now and positive card that it almost drags us away from the past here. Let's take some more cards for this. Oh God. I've done my back in, by the way, Scorpio, and one of the cards just fell on the floor. So talk amongst yourselves. Maybe sometime. Oof. It's getting easier, actually. Oh, I like that. Hierophant. Right. I get two things from this. One, there's something you have to learn still, which for a Scorpio, you know that learning is a long-term thing. Giving me a really itchy nose, though. Two, someone has something to teach you. I don't know if this is like your current squeeze or someone you're about to meet or whatever it is, but there is a wisdom inherent in this card, okay? And also with the Sun. Of course, this can be fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but it also represents you becoming the center of your own world. And that is a theme that has come up big style for all the signs I've done so far. Like, who is the center in their own world? I feel like you've been sidelining yourself a bit, and now it's like the Sun is a huge spotlight that shines on you. I'm going to take another card for the Hierophant because I'm very interested in that. The Hierophant is always a kind of divine knowledge. You know, it's a high priest. It's sort of, for me, sort of divine masculine energy. Strength. Cripes, getting all the big ones, aren't we? In fact, 4 major arcanas and the Ace of Cups. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Strength, the Leo card, but also the card of self-knowledge, self-worth. I'm going to take one more for this. And the Page of Swords is back again. Now, when we get the Page of Swords, let's just put you there and put me down here. When we get the Page of Swords, like we said before, it's the beginning of a communication, as it was up here. We're not that far down the line with this. It can be the beginning of someone getting in touch. It can be the beginning of talking to somebody. It's little though, it's small, it's nascent, it's beginning, it's starting. We've got fire signs in particular here at the moment, possible other water signs. We've got strength, this is self-knowledge. There's something about self-love and self-knowledge coming into your relationship to make you centre stage, where before you were in the wings, and I don't know why that was. And I'm being told to take more of the blue cards, even though that wasn't my intention. I'm going with it. Okay, what do we need to know, please, about this very deep and interesting, of course it is, because it's Scorpio. Right, Five of Pentacles, self-sufficiency. You've always had to be self-sufficient. Yeah, look at that. You've always had to be self-sufficient. Lovers. Cripes. One more from the bottom, actually. Of course. Why not? The Death card. Oof. Good for a Scorpio, though. Okay, I'm going to look at these four for a sec. Scorpio, I'm talking to those of you, and I'm getting... I know what I'm getting here. There's a book called The Glass Castle. And I can't remember who it's by. But the opening scene, or one of the opening scenes, is the main character in the memoir, because it's a memoir, the person who wrote it. She's at the stove and she's cooking for herself, and she's only about 5, and she burns herself. And that's how this kind of book unravels. A lot of you have probably read it. It's a fantastic book. Huge fan. I'm getting from the Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, I'm getting independence that's been forced on you at a young age. Okay? Three of Swords always gives us a nod in the direction of old wounds. And for you, I'm getting... Scorpios are incredibly sufficient. I'm just going to put myself back in. You know, my brother is a Scorpio. Lots of people I know, one of my best friends is a Scorpio. I know a lot of Scorpios. I think as a Piscean, we get on well with Scorpios. We understand each other on a very sort of emotionally astute level. You internalize things like no other sign. I don't know why that is. Maybe you need to do that to survive. You needed to do that to survive this. And you're not a sign that likes a risk. You may take one occasionally. Not saying you don't, but you're not risky people. Because for a Scorpio, there is a lot to lose. If this unravels, you're undone. Okay? And I get that. Here we are. God, it's giving me a massive amount of heat, these cards. Here you are, turning up. It's your card. It's the Death card. It's transformation. Okay? You've got a decision to make. You've got the Lovers on the table. The Lovers, for me, is a very embedded decision. It's not, oh, I don't know, should I do this? Should I do that? Eeny, meeny, you know, it's not. No. The Lovers is... It is like, and I'm getting a stick of rock. You know how people make stick of rocks at the seaside in the UK? And there is like a line of pink dye that goes right through the rock. You are the rock, okay? You are the rock, and something of sorrow runs right through you. It's like a fracture. And there is a decision you need to make about a love relationship, which is delicate because you don't want to cause a fracture to get worse, or even some of you don't even want to revisit this abandonment / independence, because the two often, you know, when people say about kids, oh, they're ever so good, they're so well behaved, so, you know, aren't you brilliant that you can do all of these things on your own? You know, often that level of competence at too early an age comes at a price. And those of you that, I'm not speaking to all of you now, I'm speaking to those of you this resonates with. And I know there are some of you this really resonates with, because it's making me feel emotional for you back then, okay? And I know this when I feel it. You are at a stage in your love life, whatever is going on for you, where transformation and a transformation of abandonment is on offer, should you wish to take it, which is entirely up to you, and you don't probably know yet whether you do, because the Lovers is two paths that go in different directions. It's like sliding doors. It's not, you know, this one, that one, I don't know. It's what am I moved? It's destiny. It's freaking destiny. I'm getting very excited. It's destiny. For you, the stakes are high. The stakes are high. I'm hoping and I'm imagining, some of you are dealing with an air sign as well, because I'm just looking at the King of Swords. I'm imagining and hoping that there is enough in it as well. Because the stakes being high, for you it feels like the stakes are high. But if you're going to put that much on the line as it goes, you're going to want to know that the rewards are good. We don't always know that. Okay, I'm going to investigate it, but we don't always know that. I love that you have the Ace of Cups down here, Scorpio, because this kind of self-love is radical, acceptance, and hard won. Okay? Whew. Goodness. Right, I'm going to go do your extended reading, and I am going to look at those 4 cards for a start. I'm going to use different decks. Shadow decks are going to come into it quite a lot as well. We're going to tease out what's going on the other side of the relationship. How do they feel? What's their story? And also a bit more into this, the depths. Because Scorpio, I always say, you are the one who goes down the well. You go down the sewer. You know there's gold. You know there's rubies down there. But at the same time, it's a tough job. Okay? It's a tough job, and I know that. Whew. If you want the extended, first link in the description box. Leave me a comment though. I say that to Scorpios. I don't always expect to get them. I know you're very private. I really, I appreciate that. See you on the other side. Namaste.